this is how you find out this doesn't work or it's broken. Pressure, the spring holds this in place. If that spring breaks, you're gonna have water gushing out of this. Hey guys, I've got to show you something. So I'm gonna grab my drill and we're gonna talk for a bit. The video is really shaky, but pardon me. I am just tired of being sick and tired of this hose bib. Now I'm gonna show you why. So I just took all this gunk off of this and I'm gonna switch the cameras to show you why. Long story short, this is the hose bib and it's supposed to be, it functions, but I lose a whole lot of water whenever I turn this on. You hear that? That cap is loose. It's supposed to be a secure cap. You hear that? That means there's space in between this cap and whatever the body is back here. That's not a perfect seal. That's supposed to be a perfect seal, so when I turn this guy on, water should be coming out of here only, not off the top, not trickling down my wall all the way down there. That's a bad deal. And because of that, I have like all this undercutting going on around my foundation. So I need to get this reassessed or filled in or something. So in order to try to mitigate this, I bought an Aqua house hydrant, and I'm gonna try that out. See, if that thing doesn't work, I'm taking it back. Just being plain. But from the reviews that I've seen and the people that I've spoken with, that is a better option than what I'm looking at right now, this travesty, because one of the threads may go bad, but with the Aqua, it looks like a little plug that goes into the fixture right there. So I'm about to take this off. I'm gonna show you guys exactly what I do. I think this plate is probably safe. I don't need to take that off, but I'm gonna take these screws out, look at what I'm messing around with, go back inside and see what I need to take off. All right, let's go. Enjoy the show. Fill it in. All right. So that's separating. Let me go. Let's go to the basement and see what's happening in there before I take this off. All right, so I'm in my basement. Ignore the mess. It comes with 4 children and summer holidays. All right, so I'm in this unfinished bathroom, which needs to be done, but I'm not doing that because I still need access to some of these pipes. So this, I believe, is where the hose bib is, and right there, that's it right there. Okay, now do I want to pull out or pull in? So I don't know if this line even has water, which I'm sure would be pretty easy to find. I'm gonna go grab a ladder just so I can give you guys a close-up view of what's happening up there before we, cut anything. Oh, yes, before you cut anything to do with wires, pipes, or anything in the home, turn off the water main. In this case, I know for sure that this controls a hose bib that goes outside, but I will have a bucket and I have that guy here just in case. I can set that here so in case I cut anything by mistake and the water is still pumping, I have access to my mechanical room. I can go shut it off real quick. In that case, I'm shutting off the water to the whole house. I'm not playing around. So right now the water to this guy is turned off. I made sure of that because you saw me opening back there. Water did not flow. I'm going to do that. I'm going to come figure out exactly how I can disengage that, because that's a PEX A and not the kind of PEX that I usually use, the copper ring. Because I don't even have the Hilti or is it a Hitachi? No, the Milwaukee. I don't have that. So this will be fun. I do have something to cut this guy with. I do need to figure out if I'm going to extend it. So these are all things that you should be thinking about when you buy that Aqua product. In my case, I'm sure I have about 4, let's just say the thickness of a 2x4, 3.5 inches plus a little bit, so ballpark 5. I bought the one that's a foot long anyways, just so I can, you know, see it jut inside and then work my way around that. All right, let's go get that bucket first. That's what I need. I need a bucket. I got that guy, and I need a ladder. So, mental note. I forgot about this. You need to see this too. All right, so we're set up here. This is where I need a third hand. I need my tools. They're not here. All right, anyway, I'm on a fact finding mission. Not really a demo mission. Alrighty. Need some light up in here. All right, this is definitely a PEX, the other one. Oh, come on, so I need to cut this. Make sure all the water gets drained. This is sort of a rigid pipe. I wonder if I could push this guy out. I could do all this outside. That guy does not want to budge. All right, let's reevaluate. All right, so I came back outside. Before I try to pull this, I'm gonna try to. There we go. All right, so now I can do this outside. Then push it all back in. That is. Oh, I see what they did. So they essentially cocked around this guy. That's like. Why don't you just put some silicone around this? So you can really just put silicone around this instead of that putty that they used. So I'm actually gonna cut this here so I won't have to worry about the water draining inside. I have enough length. I can, I think I need not a PEX A, probably a PEX B or some other sort of fastening. To handle this. All right, let's see. I might have a thing to do that. Oh, that's where I left them. So I need this. This is my PEX cutting kit. So this is where I moved to. All right, so this is what I'm talking about. This guy, this part goes outside. So essentially the wall ends here. This part's outside. You have a little flap, a little latch or something to close that part off. This is gonna be on the inside, up there. See? I might have gone overkill and did a foot, but I'd rather have this done the right way with a little extra on the inside than done the wrong way, and then I'm gonna be, you know, looking for something longer. Aqua water system. All right, cool. So you got the this goes on the outside with a little flange. Cool. All right, take it off to the side. Got some instructions. We got a template and their mission statement. Oh la di da. Nice, nice, nice. All right, cool. I think I'm gonna hang on to this. At least to draw on the outside. Get some more. They even give you screws, but I think I like my screws a little bit longer, just in case. This is gonna go on after everything is said and done. The part that I'm interested in is this guy right here. So there's a threaded system. Okay, spring thread. So if it's a threaded system, so I need a PEX to NTP. That's what I'm looking for. See, I don't know if it's gonna be an infringement on patents and all that. If they could have this end as a shark bite, right? Like if they could have that end as a shark bite, and you just fasten your junk together. But I don't know. Let's go figure out how we're gonna do this from the outside. All right. This part needs to go outside. This slides inside. I'm gonna have to find a way to drain this pipe a little bit more. Okay, so essentially I'm gonna have to find a way to drain that a little bit more. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to cut this on the outside or cut it inside, drain as much as I can into a bucket on the inside here, and then do that way. I think that's the best course of action while I look for my fitting for this guy. So I find my fitting, attach the pegs to this end. Yeah, this is actually good. You can actually do this in, I want to say 15-20 minutes if you have all your tools and you have all the fittings that you need. So it needs to be 1.5, but I got 1.25. So let's see how this will work. I'm cutting this as close to the metal piece as possible. Later on I can salvage this, but I don't think I'll need it. Alright, I'm gonna go drain this inside, and with this out of the way, I'll be able to do the rest of that. Because this needs to fit in there and butt up against the neck. Alright, so in order to do this right, wow, it looks cloudy. In order to do this right, I need to go get half inch NTP mail from my neighborhood Home Depot. So I'll be seeing you guys. Paying them a visit. Let's go get what we need, get out, and get this installed. Plumbing. No, I need to make sure. Hook me up. Nice. Alright, we got what we need. Let's go get it. I got some tape, Teflon tape, just in case I needed some. I know I have Pro Dope, which is like a plumbing paste, so I'm probably going to use both of them just for added measure. And let's fix this thing, go to bed. Alright, so I'll show you some of one of the differences that makes this not work. Let's see see the difference? They both have shark bite ends there, but this one is I think this one's called a female, this one's called a male because it goes inside that part. Alright, so let's see. Alright, perfect example. This has the threads on the inside, so that means the one that I'm fitting into it has to have the threads on the outside. Same thing for this. This one has the threads on the inside. This also has the threads on the inside, so that clearly won't work. So I need something that has the threads on the inside and something that has it on the outside. I do have my Teflon tape, which I'll wrap around this. These are half the things that I need right now. My Pexta MPT, Teflon tape, Pro Dope. I have this piece that goes on the hydrant that we can sort out later, but let's go get it. Alright, so this is something that almost always throws me. The threads are going bottom to top here, so I want to wrap it in, I want to say that same direction. This always gets me, so I want to wrap it in that same direction. Oh, actually I want to go opposite. Alright, so I got my stuff. Let's go. Maybe even the Teflon as well. And hopefully you can see on this it's not going to fall backwards. Alright. Got this. I'm just going to flip So this still has some water in it. So essentially, what I'm doing is I'm just draining that line. It goes all the way back there, back to the valve. That's what I'm looking for, the valve. It wasn't that much water, so it wouldn't have caused any damage even if it dripped on the cement here. Back there. So when I'm done, I'm pushing that back out there. That's the glorious outside. Let's see. So I'm gonna have the other end of this hydrant about a foot inside here. I need to make sure that's a big enough hole. If not, I have to carve out a little bit more. I'm gonna do that, attach the shark bite end of it. Actually, let's see. You stay. So, got my shark bite, this end, that'll be attached this way. So actually, let's do that while we're here. No, gotta force it, make sure it seats properly. Try to pull it, it won't come out. And it's this joint that you need to pay attention to. Make sure that that is good. So tighten this as much as you can. You don't want anything leaking. After the shark bite goes on, you can twist and turn it, but that's just because this part doesn't have any teeth to grab onto this. So it is one of the, like a Chinese puzzle. You get your fingers and you can't pull it out. The harder you try, the tighter it seems to grab on. Same technology here. But you do need to push these up in order to release the teeth and to let this slide off or pull it off. All right, I think we're good. All right, so I need to go fulfill the other half of it, which is pushing the other end of the hydrant in this way. So I'm gonna put these, I'm gonna put this hose back into these anchors. There, I have one more here, but I'm not gonna worry about this one too much. At least not yet. I have it in this guy, which is more support than I need. I'm gonna come do this later, but before I do that, that hydrant needs to come through here. Okay. So that won't even fit properly without forcing it. I probably need to expand this a bit, and I can't decouple anything here. Also, I would have fed it in from the inside. Oh, I think we're good. Actually, I need my hands. Don't want to hammer anything. So I might break something. Okay, I want to do that from the inside. Because that'll. Come on, you need to see this. I think you're gonna like the outcome. All right, so I was just widening that the hole through my wall on the outside. So let's go see what it looks like now. Let's make sure this guy closes so we don't let any critters inside. The other end of this guy's on the inside. That's what I put the pro dope in, so I need to wrap this guy up. Actually, I need to wrap this guy up in Teflon tape before I do anything. Put that in through there, through the hole, your existing one. That goes on the bottom. No, I'm not gonna screw this in just yet. I wanna fit it just to make sure I'm sitting in the right places that I want it. I think that part can sit flush a little bit, but we'll see. The screws might hold it in place. It's in 3 different locations. It's going through a very gummy sort of material. Got my spade bit here. Let's go see. Before I finish this, I need to consult the manual. consult the manual to see what's missing, what needs to go in behind it, because it does need to tilt a little bit so the water has a positive flow in case anything does get backed up. It needs to drain out. That's how far in it juts. It gives me more than enough leverage to do what I need to do, just in case I need to replace this. And that's forward thinking. That's already lathered up with Pro Dope. Don't need to do that. I do need to rub this guy in Teflon tape though. And once it sits in, and it grabs, and it attempts to turn the outside, which is totally fine. So remember I was saying something about a tilt. I need that angle on the inside here. So yes, this points down. I want it to be pointing up because I'm gonna have something lodged up at the top here that provides that 5-degree angle that I need to make sure this drains once the plug is disconnected. Whoa. Alright, this goes in behind there. So that's interesting. This way. So I have my two holes. I have two holes lined up. Those two holes lined up there. And the top. Okay, so there's a hole back there. But let's just make sure. Yes, there's a hole back here. Yep, right there. There's 3 holes, and this one's covering one of them. Ta-da! Alrighty. So this goes in behind there. This can make it. I can make it all the way through. Cool. All the way through. And it doesn't seem to fit so flush, but I don't mind. Once these two are drawn tight. Alright, so I need to go in as straight as possible. At night, single-handedly doing this, I won't suggest it, but you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Slow and steady. Slow and steady with one hand. First one to hold it. Second one to pin it. And the third one to drive it home. Mind you, I'm not going all the way. I'm not going tight, but I think let me try some drill action here. And on this guy, the drill action doesn't even work, so I do need that third option. I'll come back and do that top one in a bit. See, you can't do this single-handedly. Or, yeah, you can't do it alone. That's the whole definition of DIY, right? Just slow and steady. in. I can rip that. And see, because of that rubber gasket, I didn't even need that silicone. But if I do need silicone, I could just come back the screws up a bit, put the silicone bead or whatever, seal it right back up. All right, let's go give this a shot. Whenever you're done, just close it back up. It does not latch, maybe probably because of that, but it's gonna be closed fairly well. Yeah, the screws aren't the screws that came in the package, so they don't sit perfectly flush, but I don't care. Nothing's gonna be creeping in. And I don't wanna force it too much and break the product. I just wanna pinch that gasket behind it. That's it. Alright, we'll be testing this out soon. The battery died on me, so I had to switch to the next best camera that I can find, which is my wife's camera. Ignore the beeps. It's my UPS on the fritz. Let's go turn this guy on and see if we immediately regret this or if we immediately love this. Alright, now here. Remember I told you to turn this off? So this guy goes to the back. I'm gonna inch it on and see. So the line gets repressurized and stops. Huh, so far so good. Alright, I'm gonna go halfway. Alright, and if this one works to that side of the home, I'm gonna come tackle this. This, I have to cut drywall, so I'm not so eager to do. I wasn't eager to do that first. Do that one, path of least resistance. Alright, let's go back. So we're gonna go outside and see, well, we're gonna look at what's happening on the inside here first, and then go outside and see if we can hear water flowing here. Which we cannot. That's a good thing. I'm gonna grab this guy. I don't think this is a valve in itself, but it does connect to a hose. Looks like something from the Avengers, right? Anyway, whatever. Alright, so pressurized. Nothing is clearly leaking, which is good from either ends of this. So remember, this is one connection, that's the second connection, and that's the third connection, but this connection here comes from the factory. That's their problem. If anything happens on this side, that's my problem. Let's go see what outside looks like. Where is that tesseract thing? Or the power core, rather. Exciting. Ooh, nice, no leaks whatsoever. So I think how it works is this guy goes in, you twist it in place, which I'm a little bit worried of trying it out right now because I'm standing right in the line of fire. Oh, what the hell, let's try it. Take that off. Alright, and I'll clear out a bit. So you see how it is? These three tabs grab onto the channels here. 1, 2, and 3 channels. They grab onto this and keep it in place. And that's what puts positive pressure on that right there to release the water. It hits a spring back there and releases the water. So I'm gonna stand clear of this. Ooh, you heard that? Nice. I mean, just disengage it, water drains out, and you're golden. So that immediately makes me think, if that spring breaks, this is how you find out this doesn't work or it's broken. Pressure, the spring holds this in place. If that spring breaks, you're gonna have water gushing out of this. That's the first sign that your system or your piece is malfunctioning. So you can hit them up, go like, hey, the piece that you gave me doesn't work. Let's find another way. If that spring breaks, in this case, your mechanism is malfunctioning. You can ask them for a new spring or ask them for a new unit. I believe they can meet you either way. But yes, finally installed and it's working fine. So I'm gonna hook this up to one of the ends of my hoses and probably leave this around here somewhere, but you know, kids and all that, we might want to hide this. I don't want to give them any cause to use water unnecessarily, especially since it's summer and they're home. All right, but if you do have kids, come on, let's enjoy them. This is one of the, I like the solution, I really do, I must say. So I'm gonna find a way to get the second one going and swap them out, because I think if I have two of these in place, it's better than having that rickety old hose bib that is prone to failure. As soon as that cap comes loose, you're done. Just change it out while you can. All right, so trying this out. So I just connected my hose to this guy. I think it's fully pressurized now. All right, quickly, I'll go see what's happening on the inside and then come show you what I found out. All right, I don't hear any water, so that's a good thing. Fully pressurized. That's an even better thing. All right. So water, the pressure sits back here. At the main valve, you have water sitting there. So let's go see. I heard this squeaking sound that I can't say I loved in particular, but let's go see what's happening. You have your hose, you're spraying. And as soon as you let go, almost sounds like the pressure's building back up when I first started, but nothing is dripping from this end. And when you disengage this, whatever water is in that foot of pipe drains out. So technically you can go with a shorter solution. In my case, I could have gone with a shorter solution. I could have gone with a 6-inch, and that would protrude maybe 4 inches or so less than what it protrudes now. But love the solution so far. And when you're done, just come here, twist that off, water drains out. And that's all the water that you're gonna waste. All right, this is Clifford from Ovation Home Renovation, and I'll catch you on the next one.